So what do you call yourself? Welcome to the LaTangela Show. Hey.
Yeah, what can I do for you this fine day?
This is your destiny. Hot, hot, hot.
Right now.
Welcome to the LaTangela Show.
Kick it.
Come on in and enjoy yourself.
Right now.
We gon' party like no one else. Welcome to the LaTangela Show.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of the LaTangela Show podcast. You know, it does my heart well to have this time together. We'll chat about this, we'll chat about that. I do have some random research, so don't fret, you know, because throughout the week, I go through a lot of random research, and some of the stuff that makes its way across my desk, I'm like, who gets paid to conduct this random research? And are they hiring? Because I would love to be in charge of something like that. But if I read it, I got to tell it to someone. I might as well tell it to you. Well, of course, we're going to chime in and check in with some of the heavy hitters. When I tell you some heavy hitters, I mean just that. Mr. New Orleans himself, Mr. Marc Morial. He will be here, the president, the CEO of the National Urban League. And he has some heavy hitters with him, none other than the brand specialist, Tiyale. He'll be in the building and he's going to hook us up on some information because September 20th is National Black Voter Day. It's a nonpartisan initiative that's telling people about the importance of letting your voice be heard through your vote, educating yourselves on not just the candidate themselves, but their platform and how does that impact your life, your train of thought. Are you even engaged in a part of the process? Yeah, these are real questions that need answers. They teamed up with BET and they're knocking it out the park. For more information, I want you to check it out for yourself at bet.com/vote. Again, that's bet.com/vote. In the hot seat on the tan line, we're also going to chop it up. I had a fangirl moment, Josh Rivera. Not only are you familiar with his work from the Hunger Games, he starred in the Hunger Games, we'll start there, but he's also a singer, songwriter, and a legend on the stage. And I'll just say a legend on the stage because he was a part of the first touring round of Hamilton. I still bang the soundtrack. I'm talking about I'm going down I-10, I-12, and you will hear the soundtrack of Hamilton blaring through my 612s. Don't judge me that you'll be back. Yeah. You'll be back. I say no to this. That's another one of my jams from the soundtrack. Helpless. That's another one. Oh wait, it gets better. Not throwing away my shot. Yeah, just like my country. I'm young, hungry, and scrappy again. I'm not throwing away my shot. Yeah, okay. So he's here, not for that, but he's here. And we're going to chop it up because he teamed up with Hulu and FX. Now, it's a darker side of the story, a darker side of the coin, a very darker story. He is portraying Aaron Hernandez. Yeah, Hulu and FX right now, they're giving us the American sports story with Aaron Hernandez. You're familiar with the story. I have a lot of questions that need answers, especially as an actor. How did he go from being able to, go about his regular routine and then come in and embody that? Whew, it's a lot. It's a lot. But I got questions that need answers and I want you to join the conversation. Major props going out to my family over at Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. You know, we teamed up with Gordon Gibbs and Tan Cares, highlighting nonprofit organizations, those ones that's going above and beyond in order to get the business clear, to get it done, especially for our teachers. Make sure you place your nominations at the 225bulletinboard.com. Again, log on to www.225bulletinboard.com. Place a nomination for a teacher or a support team member, and we'll select 2 winners each month. They'll receive $250, some space on some of our billboards to say thank you. We see you. We cannot do this without you. And, it's just a token of our appreciation and encouraging others to pay it forward as well. So, yeah, keep those nominations rolling. When it comes down to some random research, movie taste, fellas, I'm about to put you up on game. If your lady says, honey, let's watch this one, trust her. Just trust her, because chances are you're going to love it. According to Kansas State University, trust your old lady when she say this is what we should watch for date night. The odds are she knows exactly what you will like. So even though you might kick, fuss, hoop, and holler about it, once you start unwinding, get your little snack here and there, you'll enjoy the movie. Statistics have shown you will enjoy this movie. If you're planning a field trip and you want to travel abroad, the foreign phrases that people think to ask first. I want to learn how to say before I get to, what is it? They surveyed over 30,000 people, and at 91%, the first foreign phrase for a foreign country that people wanted to learn was thank you. That's polite. Thank you. Second is, where's the bathroom? Kind of works hand in hand. You want to know where the bathroom is, you need to know that. And of course, it's polite to say thank you. So I get it. I like it. Friend time. Hi, friend. Have you started clocking the moments? Because right now we're at about 5:47. Yeah, we need to clock these moments even down to the second, because according to Journal of Social and Personal Relationships, did you know it takes over 200 hours spent together to make two people close friends? Research finds that it takes 50 hours spent together to turn us into an acquaintance, and about 100 hours together to turn us into a casual friend. So now you got to start clocking these moments in seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got more on the way, so let's clock some more hours together. If you would like to be a guest, all you have to do is submit your information at LaTangela.com. Coming up, we got some heavy hitters, some very important information. And you know what? I might even have enough time to slide in something extra special with the Jaguar Nation. I'm gonna see if I can get them in the hot seat on the 10 line. Coach Font, no, it's me. Pick up Jaguar Nation, our Lady Jags, and our soccer team. Yeah, they've been out here cutting up. Let me see if I can get them in the hot seat on the 10 line, and I'm gonna slide that in. So just make sure you log on to gojagsports.com so we can meet up and go hang out at some of these games, because yeah, we need to be there. And I'm signing up to be the honorary coach for soccer. Run. What else should I say? I don't want to, look out of place, but run would be sufficient, right? Those ladies are putting in such hard work, and I got the details coming up for you.
Welcome to the LaTangela Show. Good morning, sunshine. How y'all doing?
What's up?
Look, thank y'all so much for taking time out of your schedule, because I know that you've been busy. You're out here on this world tour, making the world we live in a better place. And, I'm super excited. Like they said the interview was possible, and I said, yeah, well, if y'all could get them on the 10 line, that would be great. And then they made it happen. I say, ow, I'm happy here.
We happy to be with you.
We're excited to be here.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Tiyale Hayes, and none other than Mr. New Orleans himself, Marc Morial. There's so much going on, and so many people have so much to say. But you all have teamed up with some powerhouses, and being the powerhouses that you are individually, to let people know the importance of letting their voices be heard through their vote. Tell me a little bit about the partnership with BET and the National Urban League for September 20th, which is a field trip where everybody needs to be educated on.
Yes. National Black Voter Day on September 20th is our 5th annual celebration of really activating the Black vote in partnership with National Urban League. We are asking everyone around the country to check your registration status, get yourself registered, get someone in your family registered, really make sure that we're hitting these deadlines. And then and we're ending the day in Philadelphia with an in-person event from 6 until 8 at the Met. So anyone in the Philadelphia region, please come out to Vote Fest on Friday night in Philadelphia.
Absolutely. And Mr. Morial, as the president and CEO of the National Urban League, I know that you see the challenges come across your desk daily. and you have to get creative. So working with brand masters and strategists and, you know, people like Tiyale say, we can make this happen if we get people energized, if we get them excited, if we get them informed. But what are some of the things that we as a community can do to help you push this initiative forward, not just on the 20th of September, but ongoing?
So first of all, I think we should thank BET. I mean, they have stepped up. They've put their credibility, their roster, their genius, their marketing behind this effort now with us for now 5 years. And it's been impactful, it's been meaningful. I mean, the 2022 midterm, even though the election was not what we wanted, even though the turnout was not as high as we wanted it to be, it was the highest midterm turnout since 1970. Secondly, the 2020 election was a turnout much higher than anyone anticipated. During the difficulties of COVID, Americans voted, Black people voted in significant numbers. So here's what we say, and hopefully everyone needs a voting plan.
Right, I like that.
Vote. Where are you going to vote? Are you registered to vote? What do you need to vote? And then who are you going to vote for? I had a friend of mine in New Orleans in 2022 call me on election day from the voting poll.
Oh, wow.
She said to me,
split decision,
I just voted. She said, but I see all these judge elections. I never heard of these people. What am I supposed to do? I said, the first thing you're supposed to do is call me 30 minutes ago before you went into the polling place so I could go through the ballot with you and give you some thoughts.
Right.
She said, I don't know what to do. Should I just walk out? I said, no, don't walk out.
Don't walk out, no.
I said, so have a voting plan. All of the things that are on the ballot don't receive media attention.
That's true.
Aren't the subject of television commercials. In New Orleans, like in a lot of places, there are organizations and people that send out sample ballots. Yeah. Find a trusted leader, a trusted organization, and bring that sample ballot with you. Download it. Go on the internet. If you can't download it, go ahead and, if you can't print it, write it down on a piece of paper. You can bring a piece of paper, a card, into the voting poll. Right. Have a plan to vote. Have a plan to vote. Number 2, take 10. Everybody should be responsible for 10 other people.
I like that.
I say to people, when you're on that IG and you posting, these fly pictures of yourself, and you are saying, put down there, hey, I'm reminding you to vote today. Yeah. Use your personal brand and your personal power. Link to voter registration sites. Put a word of inspiration. We all have to use our own power and our own influence to encourage people to be participants and not spectators.
I love that, especially the fact when you say the trusted brands, because nowadays everybody believes a hashtag and a retweet from anything. Just because you see it does not mean that it's actual and or factual, right? So to see that you all have teamed up with BET, a trusted source. It's Mr. Morial himself, a trusted source. Tiyale, you're no stranger when it comes down to getting the messaging clear and making sure that what you say, people can bank on that, because there's so much that is with it, right? Trusted sources. With these frequently asked questions, have you ever found anything that has just caught you completely off guard? Something that we may think is common sense or that everyone should know, but it's a little too late by the time they ask the questions. And I guess that's kind of calling you from the polls, but you see a lot of it when people are just misinformed or they do not have these roundtable discussions enough, especially in our community.
Yeah, I'll give you one that's about the process. I have been astounded when you dig into the numbers and you learn what's happening with misinformation, especially from foreign interests targeted at Black people, young Black people and Black men. It is astounding the thousands of fake websites and bots that get unleashed when you certain words that come in to attack people, these nameless bodies that come in to drive a message that may be counter to what progress looks like for Black people. So that was something, and when you dig into it, it's bigger than we all think. And I think that's why Marc and I are talking so much about it. This problem is much bigger, and it seeps into the barbershops. You're in the barbershop and now you're fighting, you're having a full argument with someone on something that is a full lie. It's a full lie. And now we've got a 30-minute argument about it. I think secondly, to Marc's point about operationalizing your plan. So people often ask us, well, why do people not vote? Right. And some of it is just people don't feel like they're part of the process, but a lot of it is people didn't plan. Right. I'll use an example. I don't live close to where I work. I live in New Jersey. I work in New York City. And there was a time where I got to my poll at 7:58 p.m. because the train was delayed. I left work later than I thought. And I ran to the poll. And just imagine if I wasn't able to run, if the train was 2 minutes later, like so many things happen. So we want to be really thoughtful about have a plan and a plan for your 10, right? If auntie hurt their leg, they might not be able to stand in line. So we had to make sure somebody's there with a nephew's there with a chair. So that as the line moves, that auntie can have somewhere to sit, but being really thoughtful in your plan and your Take 10's plan to make sure that we get everyone out, because those are the small reasons why people don't vote, and they have massive outcomes for our community.
I agree with Tiyale about these fakers. The extent to which they've targeted our community. Why? They don't want to target you,
right?
If they didn't think you had power and influence. You look at this election, you look at Wisconsin, the so-called swing state, how Milwaukee votes, a city that has an African-American mayor, a significant population of Black people, will play a large role in who carries that state. You look at the state of Michigan, how Detroit votes, how Flint votes, how Pontiac votes, how the communities around Detroit vote will determine which way Michigan goes. Ditto for Pennsylvania, where you have Philadelphia and Harrisburg and Scranton and Pittsburgh and the suburbs of Philadelphia, like Chester and those communities. It will determine. So we have influence because African-American voters are large portions of swing states. So we are essentially swing voters. We have to understand our power and use our power and not be tricked and bamboozled. I say bamboozled because bamboozled is when someone uses cleverness, deceit. They make it look like a legitimate source. They use language that we're familiar with. They try to channel our energy, and they have one goal. They say, Black people, sit down. Just sit it out. You're wasting your time. None of these people are going to do a thing for you. They've been lying to you. Just don't vote. Send them a message. Well, you're not sending them a message. You're sending a message to the people that want to defeat our movement and defeat our agenda.
And it's important for us to know that and to know the underlining attempts. And I appreciate you both for taking time out of your schedule to enlighten us. We have us a field trip Friday, September 20th. And if they cannot make it out for the events, you know what? There's a website for that. So be sure to log on and check it out. I'll have all of the details, bet.com/vote. Thank you, BET. Thank you, National Urban League. Thank you so much, Tiyale. Thank you so much, Mr. Morial. I want y'all to think of this as an extension of your office. So whenever you have anything going on, you jump in the hot seat or on the tan line, or make a quick field trip to Baton Rouge, and we'll call it a field trip, okay? Just bring some beignets and some crawfish etouffee with you. That's it.
But I'm saying go Saints, go LSU, go Southern, and Grant.
That's right. That's right. I know you have more work to do, so I'm going to let you chase the sun or let the sun chase you. But either way, get after it. I love you, and there's absolutely nothing y'all can do about it.
Thank you, man. Have a great day.
Thank you so much. Bye, y'all. Good morning. Good morning, sunshine. How are you?
Good.
Good. Look, thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule. I know that you have been busy. Life is but a blur, and you are bringing all of the lights, camera, action. How are you?
I'm great. I mean, like you said, it's been a bit wild. I just got back to New York from LA. I was running around there for the Emmys, which was a lot of fun.
Yeah, listen,
And
I was following you on social and living vicariously through. So thank you for taking me on
yeah,
that field trip with you.
no, of course, it's my pleasure.
You are
It's
absolutely no
fun.
stranger to the world of entertainment. You've been putting in a lot of work and you have worked on some of our favorite pieces, and you're still bringing more of our future favorite pieces. Tell me a little bit about how you knew you wanted to be in this world of entertainment, not as a professional from the jump, but just as a calling, because this is clearly a calling that's on your life that you just embody every single performance.
It's funny. It's not something I knew until kind of later, and I guess I always really liked to sing when I was younger, and I didn't use that as a avenue for performing so much until I was in high school when a buddy of mine asked if I could sing with his band for a school show. And I sang for the first time in front of an audience when I was like 16, and I really liked it. I really, really enjoyed it. I thought it was so much fun. And then the year after that, I decided to do the musical. And then the year after that, I did the musical again. And I had pretty bad grades, so the only school that gave me a scholarship was a musical theater program.
Uh-huh.
So then I ended up going there. I didn't expect to be doing so much film, and I'm really happy that I got the chance to kind of break into it because I just really appreciate the cohesiveness of the work. There's so many moving parts. It's a real, real complex and incredible art form.
Right.
Um, I don't know. It's a hard question to answer. I don't know exactly when I realized that that was like my calling or anything. I don't know to what degree I believe in like having a purpose or destiny or whatever like that. So I think it just kind of started happening and I realized I really liked it. And and I don't know. I just feel super fortunate. I'm glad to everybody that gave me a chance.
And I tell you this, it loves you back because every time you grace a screen or you grace a stage, you bring an extra level of magic. And that's how I know that when FX said, let's work on this, and Josh is our guy, they got it top tier. And we're super excited because the first two episodes of American Sports Story, the Aaron Hernandez story, the world is familiar with it. It's a very dark piece. So to be able to bring something like that to life and to be able to portray the story, you have to tap in. How was it working on this project for you?
Yeah, it was pretty intense at times. Something nice about the first couple episodes is it's not we think about this story as like after the dust settles, right? It's just like easy to internalize it as there's this person, he was on top of the world, he murdered, he was a psycho, whatever. But it's easy to forget that at one point there was hope and there was real optimism, and everybody in his community and a lot of people in the nation were really excited for this guy. And it's interesting to establish that hope and that optimism and and have that as an anchor that juxtaposes what ends up happening. So there was intense moments, but there was also a lot of fun moments that we could have, and it was pretty interesting as just a challenge to take on. I've never portrayed a real person.
Wow.
Um, I've never had to depart from my own disposition so much, if that makes any sense.
It does.
So it was a really cool thing to try to do. It was a real colossal undertaking, I think, for everybody involved, which I don't know. I love challenging myself, and so it was fun.
Absolutely. Well, you brought that fire to the screen, and now it is every Tuesday, 9 p.m. We'll be looking for it on FX. Now streaming on Hulu. And of course, for the new two episodes, when you start laying the foundation of it, we start learning more about the story behind the story. even being able to identify with some of those characters in those moments, to not desensitize it with just a sentencing or with the aftermath. Like you said, once the dust cleared, it tells a different story that people may not think about, because during the sensation of the story, we're only hearing the parts that's like, oh wow, I can't believe it. Or, well, what led up to that? What was he going through? Because at some point, the viewers, they're going to walk away with something while working on this project. What was the one walk away that you hoped to leave with this?
Man, I had honestly a few. There was a lot of questions that I asked myself about my own psychology, and this is why I really like acting. Every role is, a different opportunity to analyze yourself and put yourself in a situation and really think about what you would do and the kind of person that you are. And this was a very, very intense one for me because there was a lot of stuff. I had to really analyze my relationship with my sense of self and my psyche and how fragile or strong that is, and what it takes to break a person. And another thing that I have been bringing up a lot that I hope people are mindful of is the amount of enabling that consumerism kind of has on figures like this. There's this sort of societal culpability that goes into making and breaking celebrities, and we love to see people rise, but I think that there's a part of us that really love to see people fall too. And also, even beyond that, I think something really key in the ingredient of this very dangerous cocktail that was Aaron's psyche is that very early on in his life, he realized that he didn't play by the same rules as everybody else. And that, because people wanted to see him win and they were really excited about his physical talent, he could get away with things, like punching a bartender in Florida. This is one example,
Right.
and and that's a dangerous lesson to learn early on, even for a very well-adjusted person. So
Absolutely.
yeah, this kind of thing is, it wouldn't, I think stories like this, they might not happen on such a grand scale if it weren't for the amount of people trying to hide the truth, or the amount of people overlooking it because they like to see their team win, and because of our social contribution to the world of sports and athletics. It's very interesting. It's an interesting lens to watch it with.
Absolutely. And I thank you for your time with this and your contribution to this, and even your level of professionalism to be able to tap in and to leave something with this. I want you to think of this as an extension of your office. So whenever you have things going on, feel free to jump in the hot seat and or the tan line, or just make you a quick field trip to New Orleans. And I got you on some beignets, some snowballs, and all the good stuff. Okay.
I love New Orleans. Yeah, I might take you up on that. That
Please
sounds fun.
do. I
But
know
thank
you
you
have
for
more
having
work to do. So I'm gonna let you chase the sun or let the sun chase you. But either way, get after it. I love you, and it's absolutely nothing you can do about it.
You've been so, so wonderful. Thank you so much for having me.
Anytime. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
See you.
Welcome to the LaTangela Show. Max 94.1, Baton Rouge's official #1 for hip hop and R&B. It's the voice inside your speaker box, LaTangela Faye, and it does my heart well to have this time together. I see none other than them Jags come through this thing, and I was like, wait a minute, they are here on official business. Coach Fontenot, how are you?
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Listen,
Glad to be here.
Rumor has it they are here on an off day, and I was like, thank you, but what's an off day? Huh?
It's a mental day. How about that?
I like that. I like
We're gonna
it.
say an off day. We're gonna say more mental.
And I know that the ladies, they're out there, they're giving it their all. This game that you decided to play, I'm going to let you represent yourselves today. They're going to be the supremes of soccer right now. So go ahead and get to the microphone. Tell us your name. How do you classify? Where are you from? I'm going to start with you. Uh-huh.
Okay. Good morning. My name's Mara Webb. I'm from Bermuda, and I play midfield.
Nice.
Good morning. My name's My name's Deja Howard. I'm from Dallas, Texas, and I'm an outside back.
Nice.
Good morning. My name is Alyssa Romero. I'm a center back, and I'm from Southern California.
Love it. So, ladies, now that you're making the Bluff home, how has this experience been for you overall? Get to the microphones.
It's been good. Honestly, season's going well so far. I think that we're getting into the groove and we're starting conference in the next couple of weeks, so very excited.
As you should be. And I know besides just playing the sport, this is a sisterhood for you all. Y'all are out there putting in sweat, blood, tears, and some miles. So tell me, what has been a highlight for you so far, representing all the way from D-Town here in the capital city with Jaguar Nation?
I think just experiencing overall coming in as a freshman and having a new environment and everything has been really fun.
Yeah. Now tell me, how did you know you really had a love for soccer? I mean, because you're traveling all around the world right now making this happen. What has been some of the most motivational moments for you to make you get up and want to do this even on the days when it's hard, the days that it's more of a challenge? What keeps you going?
Something that keeps me going is probably not being from her.
Uh-huh.
So, like, I get up every morning and I just take advantage of the opportunity I've been given to play football with her.
Yeah. I love that. She says it's completely different because she's taking advantage of the opportunities that's granted to her here. Being able to travel and then to see this, and you put that S on your chest. We had the volleyball team in here last week and soccer's in here this week. You all are superheroes to these kids in other places and even in your own backyard. When they see that you have that S on your chest, you are out here representing someone's legacy and while you're building your own. Coach Fontenot, while you're working with these young ladies, we know that they're brilliant on and off this field. What has been a highlight for you as a coach, as a mentor, as a forward thinker, because you have moved this program leaps and bounds?
It's been a great experience for me. I think the biggest part, just what you said, is the more the mentor. I take the coach out of it, watch these young ladies grow from the time they come until the time they leave, especially, and we think it's just the freshmen and everything, but most of them are like the transfers, like Alyssa, where she came from and to the point now, and just watch them grow. And I put them as, I'd be honest, like my daughters. They always say, Coach, you're always fussing about everything. And I do.
We know. If you don't fuss, we got to check on you. Like, are you okay?
Right. So I try to protect them as much as I can. And I think sometimes that kind of, in a way, kind of hurt myself because I put so much into just investing in them and not just the game by itself. So other than that, but for me, it's been fun, been a big task. Sometimes I just go home and just lay down and think like, man, did I just fuss at them for not putting their food up and everything? And I catch
life
myself.
Lessons too. They're gonna learn how to kick this ball, but they're gonna get some life lessons too.
I catch myself doing that. Then I think about like, man, I just really fussed at them for not putting the food up, knowing they wasn't gonna do that anyway. But no, it's been fun. It's been real fun.
I love it. And being that you all are so far away from home and you have decided to make Baton Rouge, Jaguar Nation, your home, how impactful is it for you as a player, as a student athlete, to see the fans really rally around what you're doing and to be so supportive? How does that feel when you look up and you see, okay, we're out here, we're really making this game happen, and you're making this game cool to a lot of people who may not be familiar with it?
I think it's exciting. I think it's a lot of motivation to have fans out there and support us. I know a couple of games we look up and we see other teams come as well.
Yeah.
So I think having a big group of supporters just allows us to work harder and know that we're working for somebody, not just ourselves.
Yeah.
We're also representing our own school, so it gets very exciting.
I love it. And what are our majors? What is it that we look forward to when we get in this classroom? Ooh, I'm gonna start over here. Come on, get your microphone.
My major is psychology.
Okay. She over here trying to size us all up right now. She's figuring it out. We're on case studies right now.
Well, look, this is the thing about Zamara. Zamara literally came in just for soccer. And it took her, this is her third year. That's why she looked at me. It's her third year, and we just getting into her major and everything. And that's been the biggest thing. And that's why we talk about the growth and everything. She really came here just for soccer, didn't care about school. But believe it or not, she won our high GPAs on our team. So it's been a blessing just to see her grow by herself and on the academic side.
Yeah, and look, she already, that's why she looked at you first, like, oh, you about to start him fussing. Did she give him that one? No. Look, my bad. See, what had happened was I have questions that need answers, and it's all about the growth of you as the best version of yourselves, right? Of course, you're going to get out here. You're going to do what needs to be done. You putting these scores on the scoreboards. That's great. But we want to make sure that you're getting the whole college and campus life and the great experience and every opportunity that you've worked this hard for. So, little D-Town, what you got on it? Come on to this microphone.
My major is biology.
Okay. Now tell me about it. I know you're excited right now. What is the focus when we're in the classroom?
So I'm actually getting my master's in clinical rehabilitation counseling.
Nice.
So, psychology as well.
Nice. So look at that. Beautiful, smart, super talented. They are out here making it happen. What's one of the things that has kind of blown your expectations, right? Like you said, you came here just for soccer, right? You're here from Dallas. It's a big city. You get a whole lot with the lights, camera, action, and you're here with your masters. What has been that one big wow moment for you all in this walk of your life so far? Being a student athlete for Southern.
Honestly, I do want to say my coaching staff. I think that's been a huge change for me.
Wait a minute, get to the microphone. Say that out loud, because now I need to know, because they play a big role in this now.
I said my coaching staff. I've actually transferred a couple times, so I've had a good amount of experience with coaching staffs, and I do want to say, like, this coaching staff really cares about our team, like, genuinely, and they go above and beyond to support us and every way possible within soccer, academics, our personal lives. Like, I called my coach crying one day because I had roaches in my apartment.
Yeah, and we need to talk about it.
This heat is no joke out here, and I'm also kind of new to Louisiana and South, so it was a big difference for me. And he went to Walmart at 12 o'clock at night and got me some stuff to figure it out when I had first moved in. So definitely my coaching staff has been a huge change for me, and it's really appreciated. And also just the environment of being in a city. Both other schools I went to were kind of small towns and stuff. So being in a town where we have LSU down the street, and then we have just the feeling of being at Southern and the environment of being a Jag. It's incredible. It's really incredible.
And that's big for you all to mention the coaching staff and know that is family. Those are mentors. They are depending on you the same way that you're depending on them. Knowing that Coach Fonten knowing his team, they're raising the bar, the standard even higher every time they show up. That's applied pressure. How do you find those moments to where you unplug, unwind, and tap into whatever it is that keeps you motivated, balanced, mentally sane? Because it's a lot. People will see the game. People will be like, oh, yeah, it's a lot of practice, but you're a student athlete first. So you got pressure coming at you from all over. How do you, in a world of instant gratification, where everyone thinks it's just a hashtag or a retweet, and you know the difference, because this hard work and dedication don't just come by blinking your fingers. So how do you find that space to unwind and to tap into your source?
I would definitely say it's completely different, especially as an incoming freshman. It's nothing like high school.
Yeah,
it's way harder. The workload is a lot more. So I would say just time management. It's very important. If you don't manage your time well, then you're going to get behind on your schoolwork. You're going to start messing up in practice and everything. So just staying on top of your work and then finding little moments to do the stuff that you still enjoy to do. Like, I know every night, like, I'll probably, like, watch a movie or something. Just, like, wind down, before, like, to keep myself sane, because this is definitely a lot more than what I'm used to.
Yeah, I like that. Time management and knowing the things, the simple things, that really keeps you happy. And being so far away from home, how do you find that ground here that's going to just make this home, make you happy, even during the times where you got to put up with Coach Fonten know his family,
Probably just the team. They help me feel like it's a lot more him, her. Like, they help me feel comfortable, and like it's just a him away from him, basically, for me being here for 3 years.
I love it. Yeah, 3 years. You belong to us now. Welcome home, you know? And I know that your coach is there on speed dial just in case you see a flying insect. I know. The rest of the world is like, girl,
Man, I'm not
like,
used to
no,
it.
this is not it.
No, man. I was over here crying. It was crazy.
I overstand it. I still cry, you know? Coach Fontenot, this season, all we have to do is log on to gojagsports.com, find out the dates, the locations, and pull up on you. What are some of the things that you're looking forward to in this season?
Oh, we getting ready. We have 2 weeks into conference, so we've been talking. All the girls, their mindsets are different this year. We have that winning mindset. We have the mindset of coming together and putting things together. So the first couple of weeks was kind of rough because everybody had that same mindset, but we're coming from different areas. So it took us a while to put it together, and now you can start seeing it. And on the way, we were just talking about how can we win the SWAC and everything. We talk about the small things, and one of them said, "Hey, we got to get more in shape and everything." And that's something that you don't hear from players about more running, about more doing more, and everything. So that's the mindset we've been having. The conference has got better throughout the years, and we know that they're coming to play us, and we have some good games, especially at home. So we expect. We got high expectations of our fans, our student athletes, our student body to come in and give us that more energy and everything because of these games. So the thing about it is like we just happy to be here in this moment, but we know that we have the opportunity to win it all, and it's just take it day by day and hour by hour.
I love it. And I want you to think of this as an extension of your office. So whenever you have anything going on, y'all run on across that hump off the yard and straight up in here. This is an extension of your office. Even though Coach Fontenot don't bring you in here enough, we're going to fix that this season, okay? And if they don't remember anything else, tell them, go Jags.
Go Jags.
Go Jags.